What is the time period that it takes to learn data science? Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? Is it 1 year? And what it really takes in order to become a data scientist. So in this video, I'm going to clear that confusion. What I'm going to share with you today is how you can make the progressions in order to become a data scientist in less than 6 months. So let us get started. So the most important thing when it comes to becoming the data scientist is the purpose. If you don't have any idea, I have already posted a video. Please go and check that video in which I'll show you what is the purpose for you in order to become a data scientist. Well, if you have your purpose decided that you want to become a data scientist, second thing is progression. Okay, so which course should you join or where to learn or what to learn? So I'm going to share my story, how long it took for me because I was just groping in the dark, and that is going to help you out in order to figure out where and what to learn. So I started learning the data science since the year 2018. So I was actually working from 2018, 19, 20 and 21, which was 4 complete years. So in which 2 years was for my masters where I was learning and I was conducting a lot of workshops. Okay, so I was teaching many people. I was mentoring a lot of students. I was working with other organizations. I also was teaching everything on my YouTube. So I was learning. So I was learning, I was teaching. I was learning, I was teaching. I was learning, I was teaching. So in that progression, in that fashion, I was able to learn a lot of things. And then I started to, work on the problems that students usually get. Because I knew that, okay, the way I learned, it was the hard way. But what is the progression or the standard that I would have taken if, let's say, there was a person just like me who teaches me? So what is the best advice? Like, I'm a noob, I'm a fresher. So what is the purpose that I would take from someone professionally working as a data scientist? First thing is first, after you find a purpose, the first thing is start learning a language. There are many languages out there. Okay, it is Scala, it is Java, it is Python, which it is R. What you can do, choose the one that you like. Don't fall for the things just because people are saying. See, if you today personally ask me, okay, Raunak, tell me which is the language that you would prefer. I'm going to say Python. Go for Python, hands down. Why? Because I'm good at it. But do you think I'm going to say something like that? I will never say something like that. Even though I am very good at Python, I will never suggest anyone that they should be also working in the Python. Okay, I am always going to give my opinion as a third person. Please understand it. Okay, so I'm never going to tell you to go for Python. I'm in fact going to tell you explore everything. Okay, spend your first 2 months exploring all the languages and find a comfortable spot. Is it Python? Is it Scala? Is it Java? Or is it, let's say, R? So work with all of those four. Okay, I don't care if you, even if you are, let's say, in the CPP and you want to learn something or there, I'm going to say go for all. Just hands down go for all, because if you are very good with the C++ or C, everything is going to be easy for you. Okay, and there are many more things. Okay, there are Lisp. Okay, that is one of the languages which is also going to come into picture in some time, I would say. Then there are many languages. Okay, so just choose the best that suits for you. Second thing, you have to start learning the field as an entire. The secret to learn anything on your own, let's say if no one is going to assist you today, I'm giving you advice for free. Okay, but not everyone is going to give you advice for free, because people don't want you to be in that particular position. Okay, they just want you to be where you are. So not everyone is going to help you, but you will find some people like me who are always happy to help. So what advice I can give you when it comes to learning progression? So take a calendar, mark it down and make a schedule, because without a proper schedule you are never going to make it. Data science is extremely vast. Okay, if you start exploring today, even after 3 years you will be like, oh god, I don't know anything. This is the reality, because the depth and the, I would say, it is just an ocean. Okay, because today, let's say if you are very good with supervised learning algorithms, you'll be like, yes, I'm a really great data scientist. Hell no, there are many more facets. There is unsupervised learning, there is reinforcement learning, there are many things. Data science itself is extremely broad. There is big data analytics, there are data processing, there is feature scaling, there is machine learning algorithms, there is machine learning deployment, there is DevOps. There are a lot of things. Okay, so the learning never stops, but you have to find a sweet spot in order to get hired. I would say it is the most easiest to get hired as a data engineer. So there are actually many more positions. Okay, there is data analyst, there is data steward, there is data engineer, that is proper data scientist. But becoming data scientist as a fresher is very hard. So please go for data engineering. Data engineering is going to be the best. If you are from the CS or IT background, you are very well settled. If you start right in the second year, you will come across a subject known as DBMS, which is database management systems, in which you are going to come to know a concept known as SQL, which is structured query language. Start learning that. Hands down, start learning that. But learn it in such a fashion where you are able to implement a lot of things. You should know what is procedures. You should know where to look for structures. You should know how you can call all the methods. You should know how to alter the tables. You should know how you can work with the DDL, DML commands. You should know everything, every single thing with the SQL, no reasons. Because when you start with the databases, that is the first step taken towards the data science. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, even if you apply in particular organization where they don't even use SQL, it is fine, but you will have the grasp and the knowledge of the databases. So please start learning databases. The first thing, give it, I would say, 6 months, and you have to learn it parallelly. So make a schedule for 6 months. Okay, let's say if you start in the month of May, and you have to carry forward all of that till the month of the November. You have to make a 6 months hardcore schedule. You have to, like, I would say, this should be your life, just like you eat, piss and sleep. Okay, this is supposed to be your basic. I don't care, you party a lot, you roam out with your friends, you do anything you want. Okay, but you should be able to take out, let's say, the prescribed amount of hours that you plan, and no matter what, before going to bed, you should fulfill those. I have done that a lot of times. Okay, I have always given, priority to learning, no matter what, no matter what. Even today my job schedule is, I would say, very hectic when it comes to, because when you actually are working in an industry as a data scientist, the schedule is very, very harsh. Still, I take out time in order to make these videos, because I have decided I'm going to do it. I'm going to educate everyone just like me. I've educated myself. I want to share my knowledge. I want to bring on the knowledge. I want to distribute it for free. I don't care. Okay, I have learned everything for free. I'm going to distribute it out for free. I don't care. So please understand this. Make a very, very strong promise to yourself that you are going to become a data scientist in the next 6 months. If you don't get the job, don't worry, because by that time, in the 6 months, you would have accomplished a lot. So start with the SQL. Give SQL 2 months. Okay, full fledged. Learn to integrate that SQL with the language that you have learned. You should be able to pull the records. You should be able to insert the records. You should be able to delete the records. You should be able to delete the schema. You should be able to handle everything. So all the DML, DDL commands, you should be able to perform with the language that you're working with. Please understand this. So you should be very, very cool working with the SQL along with the language that you are taking. Again, I'm saying, I'm not telling you particularly what to learn, but I'm telling you what you could learn. But let's say you suck at SQL. Okay, I gave you a tip that you should be learning all the languages. If you suck at SQL, what are you going to do? Go for pandas. Okay, so if you're learning a Python, there is an upper hand, because pandas is the library used with the Python. So do that. Okay, I don't care. I don't want to hear the reasons that, okay, I don't know SQL and my learning went off track. No, that is not going to work. Okay, that is stupid. So you have to learn in such a fashion that, okay, if SQL is not working for me, you try your hands on SQL for 1 week. Things aren't working as they should. Move on to the pandas. You have to stop whining. Okay, because you have to assume that you are alone in this path. You are walking down the road. No one is going to support you. You are the only one who is going to support yourself. Start working. So if SQL doesn't work for you, I would say just throw it out of the window. Start with the pandas, because something or the other is always going to work for you. There is nothing like that nothing is going to work for you. If that is the case, please switch the field. I would suggest you that please don't come into data science. All right, but try everything that is out there with your full effort. You are obviously going to stick onto something or the other, and you are going to make the best out of it. Start learning pandas. So there, that is where you will actually learn how to manipulate and pre-process the data. All right, then start with the machine learning. Now where you can start. Okay, so the best thing I would say is start learning with the linear regression. Okay, so learn one. So in the supervised section, learn one classification algorithm, learn one regression algorithm. Regression algorithm, you can choose linear regression. Classification algorithm, you can choose logistic regression, or let's say k nearest neighbor, naive Bayes, or a SVM, decision tree. Don't learn a lot of algorithms. Learn one algorithm in every section. In supervised section for regression, linear regression. In supervised section for classification, logistic regression. In unsupervised learning, k-means clustering. Don't learn a set of algorithms. That is completely stupid. Okay, because in the interview, the interviewer is going to ask you, which is, I would say, the most gold question that you could, answer is, what is your favorite algorithm? And whenever, let's say you say logistic regression, okay, so they are going to ask you every single thing that is there in the logistic regression. What is sigmoid function? How can I set the threshold? What is elastic net? Okay, why I could not use linear regression instead of logistic regression? What is the purpose? How I'm actually going to set the lambda values? They can ask you anything and you should be able to tackle everything. Because when you study one algorithm, I would again say this. I've also said it in my some last videos that Bruce Lee, the great Bruce Lee, martial artist, once said, I do not fear a man who knows 1,000 kicks, but I fear a man who knows one kick which has been practiced for 1,000 times. You know what it is? Learning, like I would say, a 20-30 algorithms is not going to make you a great data scientist. Okay, that is sheer stupidity. So learn one single algorithm. Try to be the best out of it. Okay, you have to make best out of it. No reasons, hands down. That is the reason. If you check my course, which will be linked in the description box, completely free YouTube tutorials. Over 35 videos, they are going to make you the best in the area of the ML. Very basic, very basic. I have taught each and every single thing of each and every algorithm that you can learn possibly. Okay, so there is estimation algorithms, which is k nearest neighbors. There is regression algorithms, which is logistic regression. Okay, regressive algorithm where you pass a line between all the points in a linear fashion, which you are actually going to curve it using sigmoid. Okay, you don't know the stuff, you can learn it. The link is going to be in the description box. Learn it. There are also trees. I have covered decision trees. I have covered random forest. I have covered support vector machines. I have covered ADA boost. Learn everything. Take out 2 months, learn every single thing. Let's say logistic regression doesn't work for you. Just move on to the k nearest neighbor. K nearest neighbor doesn't work for you. Move on to the decision tree. Decision tree doesn't work for you. Then you have to find something new. That is support vector machine. Support vector machine doesn't work for you. Move to naive Bayes. So you have to make the improvisations. Because whenever someone is, you are enrolling for a course, spending money, they are going to assist you. But it is always better that you learn all the things by yourself. Because that is where the learning is going to happen. Because if you are spoon fed, let's say the institute that you're enrolling for is telling you go and learn logistic regression, you're like, okay, logistic regression, I'm not able to grasp the concept of it. No, you have to learn. So what happened over there? You lost your creativity, you lost your curiosity, you lost your inclination to learn. So you have to make sure do everything that is going to suit for you. Well, I don't care which algorithm it is. If if I'm the one who is going to conduct someone's data science interview, I would just give them the opportunity to showcase themselves. I would say, okay, name your favorite algorithm. Then I'm going to ask every single thing that is in that algorithm. And that is what the good recruiters do. Okay, what they are going to do is they are going to ask you which algorithm, and even I was asked the same. Okay, that is the reason I am actually, giving you these tips in order to become a data scientist. That is the thing. Okay, so we have covered the content for, let's say, 4 months. Okay, so first month, give the exploration for languages. Okay, 2 months is quite, I would say, much time. Don't waste it. Give one time for language exploration. Second month, give it for, let's say, your interest, SQLR, pandas, everything. Okay, with which you can do data manipulation. Give third and fourth month for learning all of the algorithms that you can in the area of the ML. Month fifth, start to make changes, start making projects, go on the Kaggle, learn from others, find an internship, apply for internships, work for free even if you have to, solve others' problems, teach others. Month 5, month 6, you have to learn to deploy that model. And every single thing is on my YouTube channel. You can just explore my channel the way you want. You are going to find a lot of stuff. I might even make a video how you can go through my channel, and I am actually even planning in order to make a huge, massive 6 hours video in which everything starts right from the Python ends to the ML. Okay, so I might actually do that in the near future. But what I want to share with you today is start working at the earliest. Okay, chalk out a plan for 6 months, jot down the things that you do every single day. Okay, you shouldn't waste one single day. There is no Sunday for you, I would say. Many people are like, okay, yeah, today's Sunday, I'm going to just chill off. No, that is not going to work. Stop binge watching stuff on the, streaming services and everything. Just start working on yourself, because the earlier you work, the less you are going to regret. And the way I speak all of these things are due to the experience. Okay, I have worked with a lot of startups. I have worked with a lot. I've conducted a lot of workshops, and currently I am also employed as a professional data scientist. And I can tell you that learning is never going to hurt. All right, because even if you are learning, even if you are not making any progress, you can guide others. Okay, and please guide by considering yourself as a third entity. If you are today going to ask you, okay, Raunak, what you like, then I'm going to tell what I'm going to like, which is, I would say, go for Python, learn pandas, start with the sklearn, move to the Flask, do the deployment. Might not just work for you. Okay, for the deployment phase, you might actually move on to the Django, or you might choose Fast API. All right, and with the databases, you might be very well versed with the, let's say, SQL, Cassandra. All right, managing the S3 buckets. After that, you might be very good with the cloud. You might be very good with the operations. The end of the line is, do what suits best for you, and the only thing you can do it is by trial and error. Otherwise, you are never going to find out what is the best thing for you. So you have to make that, you have to take that into consideration. Even before you join your course, you are going to go and sit over there with an open mind. You are going to learn all of the things, but do what suits for you. Because in the course curriculum, if it states that you have to do logistic regression no matter what, and they are not going to teach you any other algorithm, it is not worth. Okay, so just do the things that you like, and that is the way you are going to make the best out of your life. All right, so that's the advice that I can give. Okay, so my name is Raunak. I'm a professional data scientist, and if you like my content, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon so that you are not going to miss out any of the updates that I'll be posting. All right, and another advice that I would like to give you is, I am giving out a lot of content for free on the YouTube. I don't have any site, or nobody endorses me, or there is nothing. Okay, I don't care, because I have learned all the things for the free, and I want to distribute the things for the free. I love sharing my knowledge. So please make use of it. Don't just waste it. Okay, I don't want to just waste my breath, okay, in order to educate you. I just want to make you independent of at the state you are. So I don't care if you are a software engineer, if you're a web developer who is looking forward to get into data science, I'm always happy to help. You can contact me on LinkedIn. Okay, you can actually follow my GitHub. You can do a lot of things. We can get in touch sometime, and this is the best advice that I can give. Okay, so I hope you might have learned something or the other from this video. So this is it. Okay, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.